Good morning, good morning. Welcome in. Norma, good morning. Happy holidays to you. Season greetings. Thank you for stopping by. Are you all ready for the big day? I won't even ask if we're done with our shopping right now because I know that's in the past. We have that done. So, are you preparing? Are you prepping for that big meal for tomorrow? Are you hosting? Are you inviting family over and everybody has to bring a covered dish? How do you have things set, Norma? Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Merry Christmas Eve to you. Is it already Christmas where you are? I don't know which country. I don't know if you're in the United States or not. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. So are you all hosting? So are you hosting Christmas or are you going over to relatives' houses? What are your plans? What exactly are your plans for tomorrow? I do appreciate you all stopping by. Thank you so very much. Thank you for dropping in. Okay, you'll be going out. Okay. That is awesome. Awesome. Good morning. Happy holidays. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Please hit that like button as you come into the live stream. Thank you so much for dropping in. If you don't mind hitting that like button as you come in. I won't ask if you're done with your shopping because I know tomorrow being Christmas, you're pretty much done. So have you started preparing the meal for tomorrow? Have you already have do you have to host? Is family coming over or are you all gathering at someone else's house? What are your plans? If so, what covered dish? Do you have to take a dish? Or if you're hosting at your house, what portion or what do you have for the menu? Good morning. Happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas 2025. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning. I do appreciate it. Hopefully, everybody is having a wonderful, I think today, a wonderful Wednesday. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. Merry, happy, blessed New Year's Eve. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in, as you come into the live. Remember to hit that like button. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Z Adams, thank you so much for stopping in. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Hopefully so. Thank you for stopping. Thank you for stopping by. I guess folks are in and out. But the first question I wanted to ask today, and you might have an answer for me, and I'll ask some of the other folks as they come in. Was Jesus actually born on December the 25th? Is his birthday actually tomorrow? Or was he born in the spring? Is anyone able to, technology is something? Absolutely. Yes, it is. And when you don't know how to fix it, that makes it even worse. So you're having technology issues this morning. I have something going on with my laptop as well. I gotta take it back by Best Buy because I took a picture of it so that I'm able to show them what it's doing, and it does it whenever, wherever. It says that it's updating. It's updating, I guess, the CPU fan, and it makes a loud beeping sound. So I need to take it back by Best Buy and let them take a look at it to see what's going on with it. Okay. So I'm assuming that you got everything situated. I guess you got it situated. So was that with your cell phone, like your laptop, your desktop, your tablet? So were you able to fix it, or were you able to get some assistance with it? I actually started not to try to get up here this morning because I know folks are doing their last minute, but since I was able to come yesterday, and I'm trying to bring about some consistency, I want to try to hop up here, do my hour, and keep it moving. I don't believe they know when it's. Oh, right, right. So that's something we talked about in another live this morning. We talked about that. So I'm like, okay, when is it? Because you think about it, I'm no Bible scholar, but I do read it. It doesn't mention Christmas of course, we know Christmas, was man made. Um, and Christmas is not mentioned in the Bible. But my thing is his birthday actually December the 25th. Was he born in the spring? You know what? That's a good question for the pastor, for someone who are more into um those teachings than I am. Good morning, Danae. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to those of you. If you celebrate, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate, Happy Holidays, season greetings. I don't know how uh, most of us, have our own way of looking at it. So I don't know if it's Merry Christmas, um, season greetings, Happy Holidays, whichever, however you Happy Holidays, or is it season greetings? I don't know, but maybe one will fit what you serve. And those are just for the people, that actually celebrate. But I do appreciate you all taking the time to stop by. I do appreciate it. Thank you for that support. But the question that I am asking, I'll go ahead. I guess it's, was Jesus actually, because I really don't know. Was Jesus actually born? Was he actually born on December 25th? I don't know. Was he born in the springtime? Do you know? Was Jesus actually born December 25th? Was he born in the spring? Does anybody know? Can anybody shed some light on that? Was he born December 25th? Is tomorrow, which we celebrate, actually his birthday? Was it in the spring? Does anybody know? Do we have any biblical scholars up in here? Hold on for 1 second. Hold for 1 second. Z Adams. Okay, you're saying you're making me wonder. Now, does anyone know when he was born? Man has inserted their belief or knowledge, so it is interesting to know. Absolutely. Yes, because you got to think of it. Like I said, I'm no biblical scholar, but Christmas, have you seen Christmas mentioned anywhere in the Bible? And we know the word Christmas, of course, we attach man, like you said, attach Christ, Christ, and then, of course, the MAS. So, we know all of this is man made, another way for the rich to get richer. So I don't know. And then have you seen it? I said, Christmas, those of us that have been taught to believe that December 25th is actually his birthday. And then we go and write the word Christmas, we do Xmas. We X Christ out. We X out the reason for the season, which is supposed to be Christ. Have you noticed that? The sophisticated way of writing Christmas? We XMAS. I'm like, wow. Wow. Hmm. That's kind of interesting. Wow. But that is something to think about. So hopefully someone can shed some light on that. Hopefully so. Welcome. Thank you all for stopping by. Happy holidays, season greetings, Merry Christmas Eve. Um, I don't know which approach you take, so and if I know a lot of folks don't even celebrate Christmas. But my question, those of you that's coming in, if you can shed some light on, can you tell me when was Jesus actually born on December 25th? Was he born in the spring? Are you all familiar with his actual birthday? Does anyone know if he was actually born on December 25th, which we celebrate almost worldwide? Was he born in the spring? If you all know, hey, good morning. Hey, Mara, thank you so much for stopping by. How are you feeling? I read earlier this morning you said you had been a bit under the weather. How are you feeling? Z Adams said, I heard that the ones who does that do not believe. Okay, do not believe in Christ. Yes, if they're atheists. How are you feeling? Hopefully you're feeling better. You gotta be if you're gonna cook that big meal. I'm like, Auntie, I need to swing by. Swing by. Maybe we'll ride up together, get us a plate, and keep moving. Won't interfere with what the family has going on. Okay, feeling much better. That is awesome. That is great. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. All right, now you're saying that for a joke. I'll end up pulling up. You'd be like, "Who is this lady right here? Where did you come from?" It's good to know that you're feeling better, though. That's good to know. So, have you started? Have you started those pots to boiling yet, or are you going to start a little bit later, around noon, or later on this evening? Because I noticed a lot of folks have gotten away from those traditional meals. They really have. Okay, you've already gotten started. Okay, awesome. So are you preparing all of that? You preparing all of that by yourself, or have you assigned family members to bring certain items? That's a lot of cooking. Lot of cooking. I love that menu, though. I think I'm gonna swing by and get Auntie, and we might go bump 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 bump. Just have two plates ready. That's all we need. Two plates, and we'll keep moving. I hear my cat out there. I gotta feed. She's ready to eat too. No, man. Okay, okay. Your daughter's gonna help. Yes, because I know at Thanksgiving, boy, I tell you, it takes a lot. It's tiring. I mean, it is. It was for me when you have to prepare all of that by yourself. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Mary, let me ask, do you know, and like I had asked earlier, this came up in another chat, or it has come up a couple of times this week. Do you know, I know if we celebrate, and man has a sign, December 25th as, Christmas time, and we know Jesus is the reason for the season with him being born that day. Do you know if Jesus was actually born on December 25th from your teaching, or was he born in the spring? Do you know? Because I don't. So that's something kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to see what I can find out about that. So do you know if Jesus was actually born December 25th, or was he born in the spring? Hopefully before I end in the next 34 minutes or so, we'll have some um, biblical scholars to come up in here and can shed more light on that for us. Hey Tracy, good. Look at that. I have what a coincidence to have Mary and Tracy both two of my both in here at the same time. Good morning, Dr. J and Chat. Merry Christmas Eve. Thank you, and the same to you. As I've been saying, I know some people don't even celebrate Christmas, but Merry Christmas Eve to you. Happy holidays to those. Season greetings to all. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. Mary said I was told. Okay. Yes, that's what yes, on the 25th. I really don't know either. So hopefully we'll have someone that can come in and give us an understanding of that. Because it's been tossed out there a couple of times that his birthday is not really he was not actually born. Jesus was not actually born on the 25th. I don't know either that he was born in the spring. So that's kind of interesting. But you know what? My cousin is a pastor. I need to pick his brains and see what his thoughts are about that. That's what I would do. I'll ask him just to see because I'm like you, I really don't know. I don't. And if I don't know, I'll be the first. I have no problem saying that I don't. Thank you all so much for dropping in. Happy holidays, season greetings, Merry Christmas. Like I said earlier, I know that everybody, does not celebrate Christmas, so not trying to force anything on anybody or just a simply good morning. But most importantly, I appreciate. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do. What about you, Tracy? What are your thoughts? Have you heard anything differently? Do you know, was Jesus actually born on December 25th or in the spring or some other different time? Of course, like Mary said, I grew up, always under the impression that he and have not thought anything else about trying to do any research to find out anything differently. Because back in the day, if your parents say it, it was kind of almost gospel. So I never, like I said, I hadn't thought much more about it until, I've been reading it and it's been continuing, to surface. I'm like, okay, wow, that's something to think about. That's something to think about. January birthday. You heard he was born in January. Now, are you referring to your birthday, Tracy, is in January? Who birthday is in January? Have you heard that Jesus was actually born in January? Tracy, are you cooking a big meal too? Or I think you said yesterday you were hosting, didn't you? Did you say you were hosting? Okay, you heard okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So it's really not the spring. I had read someone said that it was in the spring. So that's why I'm like, is it December 25th spring? Okay. Now January. Okay, that's a new one. Gotcha. I'm gonna have to check and see what I can find out. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Jesus' real birthday, January. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, that's right. I think I remember you saying that yesterday. I thought so. Okay. Okay, bring your dishes. Because that's what I was sharing with Mary earlier. When it's a lot of work. That's just in my opinion. When you have to do all that cooking, especially, as you continue to have birthdays, I used to be able to get in there and whip it up, whip it up, whip it up. But I'm telling you, those birthdays continue to come by year after year. It's a lot. I'm like, man, did I used to do all of this? Like you get in there, this will start to ache, that starts to ache, the feet, the ankles, the feet go to swelling. Like, where is this coming from? But yes, I think assigning different dishes. I think that's what's up right there. It's somewhere in the Bible, January. Okay, gotcha. I need to, like I said, my cousin is a pastor. I need to ask him. Or like I said, I've never seen it there. I never even, of course, seen the word Christmas. Christmas in the Bible, we know all that is man-made. Um, that's a money making thing. We know that. Okay, 32 minutes. January. Those of you that's coming in, and if you have any hindsight or insight on that, or if you know where in the Bible where it says January, will you type that in the chat if you don't mind? And when I get off of here in about 25 minutes, my hour will be up. I need to go and pick up some turkey wings. I want some turkey wings. I think I cooked some Thanksgiving. It was pretty tasty. The only thing that was missing was the rice. I didn't have any rice. So this time I'm going to cook some rice with my turkey wings. I don't know whether I will put them in the oven though. They were so delicious though. But what about onions? I'm trying to see onions, bell pepper. Of course, I had all that good stuff. Celery cut up real nice and fine. The bell peppers and the onions. I boiled those, but I might just place these in the oven because I want to cook as many. So I think I want some turkey wings and rice. So delicious. I've been craving that since, been wanting some since Thanksgiving. Anybody cooking? Okay. Mary says, I feel you, Dr. J. The first 2 weeks of May. Okay, I have to do the cooking for 5 people. Oh wow, for their birthday, family members. So do you like to cook, Mary? Whose birthday is it? But yes, I tell you keep having those birthdays. I tell you, see a different in these bodies. You can't you. I'm like Jesus. What in the world is going on here? What is happening? I feel you, Dr. J. The first week of May. 5 people. So you're just gonna have one big celebration. It won't be a cookout. Y'all are gonna have a sit down birthday celebration. I'm assuming the first 2 weeks of May. I tell you now, we need to pull up though tomorrow for real, cause that menu you listed earlier. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And see the seafood boil. I've never tried to do that myself. I've never tried to do it. Okay, it'll be your daughter, your brother, and your 2 nephews, and a cousin. Okay, and look, that's smart too. Do 5 for 1. 5 for 1. So are all of the birthdays in May, or are you just combining everything and making it into, like I said, 5 for 1? Daughter, brother, 2 nephews, and a cousin. That's smart. That is smart. Get them all together at one time. But most of the time, see when it's like that, we'll just go and buy some meat and put it out there on the grill. Get 1 or 2 sides because you can't go wrong with baked beans and get either coleslaw, or potato salad, if not both, and call it a day. Maybe throw a few hot dogs up there for the children, which I think is a whole lot easier than when you have to get into that kitchen and do all that prepping and cooking. That's a smart way to do it, though, Mary. Very smart. See, I don't have as much to do this time around. Not much at all. Like I said, when I get off in a few more minutes, I need to go and try to, I think, get me some turkey wings. I was in a store the other day and I actually saw them cut up into pieces. I hadn't seen them done that way before because I know the ones that we use for Thanksgiving, they were the whole, and goodness, they were huge too. Of course, they, cooked to pieces, but they were huge. So to see that store that I went in the other day, I went in there to find some red links. And just looking around, I'm like, man, wow, they have the turkey wings actually cut up. That's what I need. That's what I need. Okay, Star. I'm assuming Star is your daughter. Yes, Star on the first. Isn't that something? May 1st, May 3rd, May 8th, 9th, and 11th. Wow. Wow. Is that you have a big menu planned? I'm sure it's not as big as what you're cooking today. Start on the first. Isn't that something? First, third, the eighth, the ninth, and the 11th. Wow. That's a smart way. That's a smart way to do it, though. Yes, it is. Okay, I like star. That's different. Unique. That's a unique name. Star. Nice, 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 nice. Those of you coming in, I don't know if you celebrate Christmas, but thank you for stopping. Thank you for stopping by. So as I've said, happy holidays to you. Season greetings. Merry Christmas Eve. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very kindly for stopping in, showing some support. And if you don't mind, please hit that like button while you're here. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button as well. But I don't know what which preference you use during this time of the year. But happy holidays between happy holidays or season greetings, or if it's just um Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas Eve, if you celebrate Christmas. Not trying to, force beliefs on anybody. So hopefully everybody will at least fall in one of those category. Can't miss Dr. J. Okay. Tracy, I appreciate the support. I do, I do, I do. If nobody else hits what I put out there, I can always depend on my dear Mary and my dear Tracy, and I do appreciate it. I appreciate it so very much, very kindly, because you all, Mary, you or Tracy, neither one of you have a YouTube page. It's hard with this. I don't well, I guess I do understand, but kind of like when you work, even though I'm retired, I still have gigs, that I do. It takes a lot, to try to make this happen. So I used to go a little bit stronger than what I do now, but life be life, and I'm trying to do my best to get a little bit more consistent is what I'm trying to do. I need more watch time. The subs are there. I got to get my watch hour. I need like about 1,000, maybe 12, 1,300. It's never failed. 12, 1,300. Y'all hold on for a second. Sorry about that, my great people. Oh, look at you. Okay. Okay, Mary said you're welcome. No YouTube page. Okay, you okay, can't do it. It's not all that it's not bad. I guess once let me see if I can make this make sense. Once you get it going, but let me see. I think that the thing for me, I think YouTube takes time. I think did you say that, Mary? Oh, welcome YouTube. Yeah, it's been okay, and I guess it kind of comes okay with me because this is kind of like talking. It's kind of like what I've done for the last 32 years in my career. It's okay, but the time, if that makes sense. Like I said, even though I'm retired, I don't just sit at home and devote my life to this. I'm retired 32 years. That's in the past, but still I have, let's see, one, two, about three other things still connected to what I used to do was retiring. It's kind of like YouTube is like number 4, number 5 on my list. So it's pretty much been time for me trying to sit down and devote the time. Now, those people, I guess that those 100,000 plus, those million people, most of them, this is their job. This is their livelihood. But as of right now, because I'm not monetized, I don't make anything off YouTube. And it's kind of like you work really hard, to try to get it off. Oh, this is getting away from to try to get it off the ground. And I just don't have that time to sit here and do this. That's why oftentimes, especially when I first got started, it was going kind of hard. People would ask, okay, what time are you going to come on? What time. And I really, honestly, not, I couldn't, even now, I can't give a time because Tracy, you were here yesterday and it was closer to 12 when I got here. I'm able to come on a little bit sooner now. I try to wait, when Auntie goes off, I try to come on, but I have not left my house today. And y'all know most of the times you'll see I put listening while driving. When school is in, I have to drop. I help my niece and my sister. I help my sister with her grandchildren. With me being the one retired, and my niece has started a new job, so she brings her children, my 2 little great nieces, here for me to drop them off at school because she has to be to work at 7. So I have to take them, drop them off to school. I go ahead and run my errands, do what I got to do while I'm out. And sometimes I don't know about you all, when I leave home, it's so freaking difficult to get back in the house. So I said all that to say I really can't give, a time. And then some days, my other gigs that I do since I retired, some days I'm working on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm working out of town. And, YouTube, sometimes get pushed, on the backside. So I can't set up an exact time to come up here. But that's the thing about YouTube is it's the timing for me. Now, if this is my livelihood, this paid my bill, I had a check coming in every month, kind of like I did my 8 to 5, yeah, I could do it. But, you know, it's not at the top of my priority list, if that makes even any sense, what I just said. Tracy, okay, Tracy, kind of like what I just said, you don't have the time. It's the time, I promise you. It's the time. But once I can get up here, and especially if I'm giving content, I can, nail it and roll with it. But it's the time. The time. That patient part of it, Tracy, is when you have to deal with these freaking trolls. Folks just come in being rude, and you all know what I'm talking about because you and I have are in some of the same places on these YouTube streets. Come in and they hide behind these computer screens and feel like they can do and say whatever, just disrespectfully say whatever they want to say about you and to you. So, but yes, both of you all have nailed it. The time, the patience, but sometimes, being mods for some of the other people have taught me, how to deal with, most of these trolls. Tracy said, Mary, exactly. What did you say? You're welcome. Okay, no, okay, YouTube page. I know. And for the longest, I would just do some of the mod and stuff. And that I wanted to do, I kind of like have had to shift around a little bit. Tracy, okay, I retired after 32 years of healthcare. That's what I initially was supposed to be a nurse. I got accepted into the nursing program, but things happen and you sometimes end up going in different directions. Mary says, Dr. J, the thing I see on the same. Okay, the thing I see on some of these pages, I couldn't write. I know it, and I yes, I agree, Mary. And I tried to stay away from that. I tried to stay, and that's one reason why too. I use my avatar, with the type, work I'm in. I don't need, if this makes sense, Mary. People getting upset, trying to go back and report you, recording stuff that you have. So I try to keep mine as clean as possible. I try to keep it as clean as possible. I don't know. I don't do I try to stay away from that type stuff if I can. Um what did I miss? Thumbs up. Hey, good morning, my friend, Mother Capricorn. Good morning, good morning. So happy to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Merry Christmas, season greetings, happy holidays to you, my friend. You too. Oh, look at you now, Mother Capricorn, Tracy and Mary. Mother Capricorn would know y'all need to check her out. She's a content creator as well. She has a lot of different topics that she talks about over there, from cornstarch eating. She cooks. She plays games. She does a little bit of everything. So when I'm not oftentimes, and she knows if I'm usually, as a matter of fact, I stopped by her place last night. So I spent a lot of time with Mother Capricorn. So y'all should go over and check her out. She's a content creator. And boy, she can light them up too. Mother Capricorn, she knows how to get those trolls out. But that's the worst part. Just piggyback on Tracy what you just said earlier, and Mother Capricorn is putting more icing on the cake. It's those freaking that disrespectful part of it. And then I've learned it just depends on what kind of mood. Some days, they come in, I will ignore it. But some days, the heck with it, because you got to realize we're human too. We have feelings too. So it just depends for me as to how I react to them, is what kind of mood that I'm in. Mother Capricorn, I tell you, I learned from her. She handles them well. I promise you she does. She really does. YouTube is very disrespectful, Mother Capricorn says. You have to be very relaxed and patient. Exactly. And Tracy, does this confirm some of the things that you and Mary just typed in? Yes, that patient. You have to have it. Next year, I will make some changes. Uh, go back to my cooking shows decorated. Okay, awesome. Keep me posted. I will be right up in there. I will be up in there. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Will do, Mary says. Okay. By the time I get to, I'm running my mouth. So by the time I get to some of your comments, I forgot. I would have forgot what we were talking about. Okay, I guess you all are saying yes, and we'll do to Mother Capricorn. And when you go over, just let her know if you get a chance. When you get a chance to go over, just say from Dr. J's channel. She will shout you out. She will shout you out. She is my buddy. But when I tell you that she can handle those trolls, but I think everybody who sits in these seats, and hosts, I won't say it's not easy, but because if it's something for me, as long as I have my content and everything lined up, and you all collab, you talk back and forth to me, it's not hard. And like I said, this is pretty much kind of like sort of in lines to what I've done for the last 32 years, is run my freaking mouth. It's not that hard. But the worst part, it seems like Mother Capricorn, Tracy, you said it too, is that patient part. Having patient with these disrespectful people, these folks that want to, like I say, come up here, say whatever they feel like they're big enough to do and say to you. Just you have to get thicker skin, that's for sure. Just having the patience to deal with them. So, but and timing. One of you put that in there as well. It's the timing for me too, especially because you have to do a lot of work, to get this out off the ground. When you talk about 500 to 1,000 subscribers, and you got to have 3-4 thousand watch hours. And you got to think you're doing this for free. You're working for free. YouTube does not even think about, consider bringing you into partnership with them or monetizing you until you get, and I say 500 to 1,000, there's two separate categories. To get partially monetization, you have to have 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours, and to receive full monetization, you have to have 1,000 subs plus and 4,000 watch hours. So that's a lot to get there. I mean, that's a lot. Those numbers probably doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're like sitting in my seat and some of the other folks, Mother Capricorn and those, it's a lot. And you got to think, a lot to get there, you're not being compensated at all. It's just time that you're given. Sorry, I'm back. Okay, no worries at all. I'm just so glad just to have you and Tracy up here at the same time has tickled me pink. Because like I said, when I go up, if I don't Don't see a response from anybody else, I can always count on you and Tracy. TikTok is easier. They keep asking me to go live. Nope. But my niece said the exact same thing, that I need to do TikTok. The younger folks. But I told her, let me master this first. I gotta get this mastered first. That's what they say about TikTok. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And sometimes I hate, that I went this direction, but I'm one of those that don't like to start something and not finish. Have I thought a couple of times about just tossing in the towel and forgetting it all? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But I started. Mother Capricorn, you're still there. Okay, I will be on TikTok in January. I asked my niece. I guess I need to get me a an account set up eventually. But like I said, it's the timing. I just don't have the time. And I think Mother Capricorn, I've shared that with you a couple of times over in your lives, not having the time to come up here. When you have other gigs going on. But I'm trying to do better. If I just, can devote at least 1 hour. And so many days I want to go on and come back that evening, but life happens. It happens. And like I said, I have 3 or 4 other little gigs going on. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. But I'm trying to get my consistency back. I'm trying to get it back. So thank God for live streaming too. Restream. So thank God for that. And I'll get up there and I'll have to make sure I come and follow you too, Mother Capricorn. And Tracy, you make sure you keep us posted too. And Mother Capricorn, I asked Tracy and Mary also when they come over to your live stream to make sure they put up there from Dr. J's chat. And I told them that you're good about shouting them out and showing love to your followers. Timing is rough. I spent so much time on YouTube and the money is unpredictable. See, that's the other thing. And like I said, I don't know if you heard me when I said, you can probably attest to this too, Mother Capricorn, just getting it off the ground. Like now, 3 and 4,000 watch hours might not sound like a lot, but it is. It is a lot. And you got to get partial monetization. You got to at least have 500 before YouTube will offer you, partnership, and you got to have 3,000 watch hours. So, it's a lot. Okay, Mother Capricorn, Tracy and Mary, she said she definitely will. Y'all make sure you put up there when you go in, just let her know you're from my platform, from Dr. J. Absolutely. I'm just happy that you all were able to come over and spend a little time with Dr. J on Christmas Eve. I do appreciate it. Thank you. I do, I do, I do. And Mother Capricorn, I'm good. My goal is if I can get me an hour in at a time, I'm good. I try to at least push it out for 1 hour. And, might do a little bit longer, once I can get set up and get it consistent. Maybe so. If not longer, maybe I can, come on in the morning time, daytime, or whatever, and then do another one later in the evening or at night. It just depends, on how things go. It just depends. But again, I do appreciate. Oh, Mother Capricorn, the question that I asked, I wanted to talk about something else. Because yesterday it is a chit chat, but we had kind of like a good discussion going yesterday. But the question that I asked earlier, and if you can shed some light on this, will you, if you can? But I asked, was Jesus actually born on December 25th? Was he born in the spring? And Tracy said a few minutes ago that it's January. It's somewhere in the Bible. So what are your takes on that? I mean, December 25th, Christmas and all of that stuff, it's a man-made money-making, thing. But and then the crazy thing about it, I have never seen Christmas. Not that I'm a biblical scholar. I never seen the word Christmas in the Bible. And then it's supposed to be celebrated as quote unquote Jesus's birthday, December 25th. And they put Christ's name, his name in Christmas, CHRIST, must, MAS. And then the sophisticated thing that we do, we X Christ out. I'm like, how do we do that? He's the reason for the season. You're going to take him away and just leave must, MAS. I never understood that, but that's just me looking too deeply into things, I guess. Dr. J. Okay, you got to go. Thank you. So, and I only have 2 minutes left. I'm fixing to hop off here in a minute too, Mary. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Hearts to you. Thank you for stopping by this morning. I do appreciate it. I appreciate you. Everyone have a wonderful and blessed holidays. Okay, Mother Capricorn, I was so perfect. And you might just see me over there when you're over there, Mary, because I do. Mother Capricorn, I visit her. I frequent her place on a regular. I thought he was born during harvest time. Okay, okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. Okay. Mary, have a blessed day. Mary, I will see you around. Thanks, thanks, thanks for all of your support. I appreciate you. Okay, so you say fall. I'm adding these to the list because I started out with December 25th. That was a discussion that we had in someone else's chat. So someone said the spring. Okay, Tracy said January, and now you're thinking the fall, Mother Capricorn. Interesting. Interesting. So someone is right. I just don't know. Exactly, Mother Capricorn. That's what I said earlier. Remember, Trey? I told Tracy, Mary, I need to look in and see what I can find out myself. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? Here we are celebrating. And like I said, December 25th is all I knew. But one thing about it, I knew it was supposed to be Christ's birthday, not mine. My birthday is April the 15th. So as I've gotten older, I just don't get into all that gift giving, as we mature, you learn better, you do better. I just don't think some people, do overkill. They overdo it for Christmas. They go in debt. Some folks, run these credit cards and all up for, I guess, November, December, and it's not paid off until the following November, December. I said all that to say, I don't think God, I don't think Jesus, I don't think they meant for it to be that way. So I've come to the conclusion it's not about me. Of course, we've always known it's about Jesus. He's the reason for the season in December and all the other 11 months too. My celebration, I am expected to be celebrated on my birthday, which is April the 15th. So I said that to say I just don't get into all of this. I don't believe in getting broke at Christmas time. These children now, those of you that stopped by yesterday, Tracy, I know you were there, they get stuff all year long. So they really don't have a whole lot to look for on December the 25th on Christmas because we get them all year. Like I shared yesterday, Mother Capricorn, when I came along, you got clothes and shoes at the beginning of the year for August. Those clothes and shoes took you until December. You hit that growth spurt, and then you get more clothes and another pair of shoes December Christmas, and it lasted you until May. The word temper tantrum, I don't even know if that was in the Webster Dictionary when I grew up. These tantrums just came about, the last 10, 15 years? And they didn't have Walmarts, when I was growing up. It was always a Family Dollar, always a Maxway in the area where I grew up. And you just didn't go when you did get a chance to go in the store with your parents. You didn't just go running picking up a toy, and when they told you no, you falling out all over the floor. That didn't happen back then. So I said all that to say, we look forward to Christmas. We look forward to getting, you always could count on getting a doll, a tea set, and maybe a bicycle, But now, like I said yesterday in the other live, you don't even, I'm going to get out and ride tomorrow to see, you don't hardly see children out riding bicycles anymore and on their skates and all of that type stuff. So, there's just times have changed. times, times have changed. So with that being said, I thank you, wonderful folks, so much for stopping by to spend a little time with Dr. J. Thank you for, I have 12 likes there. I do appreciate that. And I'm going to do my best to try to keep my consistency going. Mother Capricorn, I know I will see you a little bit later. Things are so expensive. Um, so you have to use caution when spending, but still, especially. And I guess too, I can say that too. There are not a whole lot of little ones around here. I don't have, you said a little gift, but shucks, when parents are having to buy cell phones, though, Mother Capricorn, and these video games, um, I guess it just depends. Those gifts can be quite expensive, but I have some great nieces and nephews. I don't have any grandchildren right now. And the grown folks, my older nieces, I just put them a gift card or just put them some money in an envelope, and that's it. So I don't have to be out, in the stores hustling and bustling. I don't work my full-time job anymore, so I most of my gifts, little things were given, to my employees. I don't have to do that anymore. So, and I'm kind of on the frugal side too, so I kind of watch every cent, every cent. But going into overkill, no, I guess I can say I just don't do that anymore. So, yep. But thanks again, you wonderful people, for stopping by, pulling up, showing me some love this morning. And like I said, season greetings, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whichever category you fit in. Um, and who knows, I might try to get back. I can't promise that, back up here again a little bit later. But I appreciate you, Mother Capricorn, I think this is your first time being able to catch me. I do appreciate it. And this is kind of like some of the stuff that we do over here. And I had some other things I wanted to talk about, the coins, or the direction that those pennies are taking. And I wanted to reiterate some, but that there will be some more days. There will be some more days to talk about those things. Tracy said, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you. Tracy, I know that I'll be seeing you around. Wonderful chat, you guys. Have a great day. Thank you. You all too. And I'm going to go ahead and end because I got to go to the store and pick up them turkey wings. Cook me some turkey wings. I want me some turkey wings and some rice, Mother Capricorn. That's what I was telling Tracy and those earlier. I really do. I had some I cooked some during Thanksgiving. They were delicious. The only thing that was missing, we served them over the dressing, but I did not have rice. So I'm going to cook these with some rice. I'm going to cook some rice with these. You as well, Mother Capricorn. All right, I've gone about 5 minutes, about 6, almost 7 minutes over. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end this live. Thank you, wonderful people, so very much for stopping by and hanging out with me. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end my live. And Tracy, I know that I'll see you a little bit later. Mother Capricorn, I will see you a little bit later as well. So you all continue to have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Bye for now.